Hey everyone, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul. Today's track, we're going to recreate the lead from Avicii's track, Waiting for Love. So without any further ado, let's get straight to the tutorial. Right here, before I hit record on this tutorial, I recorded the lead line and the piano line just so we have it for this video. So let's go ahead and start making the sound. So I got a soft instrument track right here. I'm going to bring in Logic's ES2 Synthesizer. First thing I'm going to do is bring in our trusty old preset, Analog Saw Init. Now I'm going to go ahead and change some parameters. If you get bored or you don't really care to see what I'm changing, skip ahead a couple minutes just to see what effects I'm applying. In either way, I'm going to put the preset for this Avicii Waiting for Love lead sound in the more info section below this video. So click that link and you'll have the preset for the sound. You don't have to repeat everything I'm doing here. I'm just showing it in case you guys care to watch. So for those of you who want to watch, let's go ahead and start adjusting the sound. This is what we have so far. First thing we're going to do is change this to mono and change this to 32 voices. And change the oscillator start time to hard. Next thing we're going to do is change the first oscillator to a square wave. And we're just going to bring this down to 1 octave less. Open up the second oscillator, push it to that, and also 1 octave less. But I'm going to add a little bit of detuning by just lowering some of the cents by 3. Next, we're going to open up the third oscillator. We're going to move it all the way down to the sign right here, which we can add in another oscillator, and it's going to be Vox 2. I find it gives us that nice plucking sound that Avicii has in his song Waiting for Love. And this, of course, we're also going to drop down an octave. All right, that's good. Let's add in some analog. We're going to pump up the distortion all the way. We'll add in some chorus. All right, next we're going to mix these 3 oscillators together. All right, something like that is okay. Let's go ahead and play around with this middle section right here. Let's pump up the drive. All right, so that sounds about right almost. But now to really get that plucking sound, we're going to adjust this part right here and this last section down here. So I'm going to change this to cutoff 1+2 and just lower this down here. Change this off. Lower this a bit. All right, here is the nitty-gritty of what really is going to shape the sound. Have a slower attack time, bring down the decay, and the sustain. All right, so we almost got it right there. So let's go ahead and add in some of the effects that we need to make this sound pop through the speakers. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is going to bring in a compressor. Let's go ahead and bring in Dynamics Compressor. We're just going to kind of do a light compression 2:1 ratio. Let's bring down the threshold to somewhere there. Attack time, a little faster attack time. Next, we're going to pump up the sound a little bit by using an adaptive limiter. Just kind of make up the gain, but kind of in a controlled manner. And now we're going to add a tape delay because Aviici likes to use some nice tape delays. Let's go to delay, tape delay, stereo. Alright, so for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a reverb track. Now, typically in my tutorials, I just place the reverb right on the track itself. And in reality, I don't actually do that. I create auxiliary tracks. So let's do it the proper way this time and create a nice bus track for our reverb so other sounds can share it. So we're going to go to our send track and we're going to find the first bus that's available. So we're going to take bus 5. And over here is going to be our reverb track. So let's name this track reverb. Let's push this up to a little bit, some send out there. All right, now what we're going to do is going to bring in a nice reverb. Let's go to reverb, PlatinumVerb. Make it a thicker reverb, maybe a little longer as well. And a bigger room. And what I like to do on my reverbs as well is add in an EQ just to cut out the lower end and some of the high end, because I find that kind of dirties up your track, and it's just a way to keep your tracks clean, as reverb can really mess up your track if used incorrectly. So let's take out some of the low end, and we'll take out some of the high end as well. So something like that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and add in that piano line. What I also actually might do is duplicate this track, bring this region down, but change this transposition to 0, so it's kind of a lower octave, one lower octave than this main high one. Just kind of fills it out a little bit better. So that is how you create the lead line from Avicii's track Waiting for Love. As I said earlier in the tutorial, the presets are available below this video. So what I'm going to give you is the ES2 preset for the Waiting for Love lead. I'm going to give you the entire channel strip so you don't have to redo all of these effects. And I'm also going to give you the bus reverb track so you could kind of use it in your tracks, not just for this lead, but for other tracks as well. It's a nice reverb to use on various sounds. So any questions on this, you can ask me in the comment section below. For more great videos, remember to subscribe as they're always coming. And if you did like this video, remember to share and thumbs up, like it. And as usual, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Talk to you guys soon. Later. Peace.